In this Q&A, we're going to answer: how do outsourced staff make outbound calls from my real estate office? I've heard of stories from other real estate agencies using outsourcing, experiencing power and internet issues with their staff. Is this true? And who checks on my real estate outsourced staff's work capacity and output? Damien Barnett from Affordable Staff, and welcome to our raw Q&A session around outsourcing. We've created these series of videos for businesses that have considered outsourcing and they have genuine questions or concerns that need answering. The format: 3 questions and 3 answers based on over 275,000 hours of outsourcing experience. So let's get into it.
How do outsourced staff make outbound calls for my real estate office?
There are a number of ways that outsourced staff can make outbound calls for your real estate office. Some of the most common ways are setting up a Skype number, although this does have some limitations like blocked numbers on some phone networks, as an extension of your existing phone network, or the hosted PBX system. This last option, the hosted PBX system, is basically like your old PABX systems that you had set up in your office, except they run on the internet, and as a result they're a lot cheaper to set up, and you can set up a local number that you can assign to your staff in the Philippines. If you're working with an outsourcing company, then they should be able to point you in the right direction so that you don't have to waste your time and find the best fit for your business.
I've heard stories from other real estate agencies using outsourcing, experiencing power and internet issues with their staff. Is this true?
It can be. When I talk to people that have had some experience using outsourcing, they mention these 3 common issues that they've had: brownouts, unstable internet, and roosters. So let's break these down. The first, power. With power, it's common to have power shedding, especially when it's a really hot day and the commercial areas switch up their air conditioning. The first thing that the local power grid does is divert power from the residential areas to the commercial areas to handle the load. So if you have a person that's working from home, for example, then they'll be the ones that have those brownouts. Unstable internet can impact the performance of calls as well as the internet. When you're getting people from your agency to handle calls, you have to have a reliable internet connection to make sure you're not getting dropouts and echoes. The minute you have these things happen, we've noticed that clients of the real estate agency start to complain and lose confidence in your agency's services. As a side note, we prevent any of these issues by setting up high-speed fibre connection to our office in the Philippines. And the third is roosters. Yes, that's right, roosters. This is exactly like it sounds like, with outsourced staff handling calls and people commenting on the sounds of the roosters in the background. The obvious issue here is perceived professionalism of your business when it sounds like your staff are working in a farm shed. All of these issues are, of course, easy to overcome by ensuring they're working in a professional, managed office.
Who checks on my real estate outsourced staff's work capacity and output?
Well, let me pose you this question. Who checks on the work capacity and output of your local staff? When we work with clients, we start with an idea of the tasks and the time it should take to complete those tasks. We also use multiple softwares to screen track and benchmark their performance, as well as having supervisors that monitor the outsourced team and flag any potential issues they see to be communicated to your account manager so they can contact you, the client. With all that in mind, like your local staff, you'll still need to monitor and engage your outsourced staff work and capacity and output, especially as your business is unique and there are certain things that you no doubt do in a particular way. Okay, that's it. If you'd like to find out more about how outsourcing can work within your business, you can call us anywhere within Australia on 1300 139 482. This is Damien Barnett from Affordable Staff, showing Australian businesses how to achieve business efficiency through outsourcing.